Good evening, one and all gathered here for a second day of an AICTE Training and Learning ATAL Academy sponsored 6 days online faculty development program on IoT data analysis with practical and exploratory approach organized by Department of Computer Applications, Ayanadar Janaki Ammal College, Sivagasi. Let us begin this event with a silent prayer. Thank you. Now I invite Dr. P. Isaki Alais Devi, ma'am, Associate Professor, to deliver the welcome address and chief guest introduction.
Good evening, one and all gathered here. With immense delight, I welcome you all to the most innovative 6 days online ATAL FDP on IoT data analysis with practical and exploratory approach. It's my honor and privilege to welcome and introduce our esteemed resource person, Dr. N. Ravia Shabnam Parveen Ma'am, Head and Assistant Professor, Senior Grade, Department of MCA, KCG College of Technology, Chennai. Next, I would like to welcome our Director Sir, Dr. R. Venkatesh Kumar, our faculties and scholars from various institutions. This gathering is helpful to learn more about the subject of data analysis using MediaPipe. Let me share our chief guest knowledge gaining process with you. Ma'am's qualification is MCA, MPhil, ME, PhD. Ma'am has 18 years of teaching experience. She gained industrial relationship through ICT Academy as coordinator. In 2002, she completed her BCA degree at Lady Doak College, Madurai. In 2007, she completed her MCA degree program at Fatima College, Madurai. In 2008, she did her MPhil Computer Science at Madurai Comrade University College. In 2015, she qualified ME CSE at KLN College of Engineering, Madurai. In 2014, she qualified with PhD Computer Science at Bardiyar University, Coimbatore. Dr. Shabnam Madam was started her career at Fatima College and worked as lecturer of MCA department during the period 2007 to 2009. Then she worked as an assistant professor senior grade of MCA department at KLN College of Engineering, Madurai during the period 2009 to 2018. Then she worked as head and assistant professor of data science department PG at American College, Madurai. During the period 2018 to June 2025, now ma'am is working as head and assistant professor senior grade of MCA department at KCG College of Technology, Chennai. Ma'am has published 8 research papers uh, at various international journals and presented 37 papers in national and international conferences. Ma'am has published 2 books and filed 1 patent and published on 2024. Ma'am has acted as resource person for various symposium, webinar, conferences, etc. She has completed IBM and NPTEL certifications also. Ma'am has acted as a member of doctoral committee and BOS technical and subject expert for various colleges. Ma'am, we are eagerly waiting to know about data analysis using MediaPipe. Once again, I welcome all of you. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I welcome Dr. N. Ravia Shabnam Parveen, ma'am, to make this session more valuable on the topic data analysis using MediaPipe. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Devi, ma'am, for the brief introduction.
Welcome.
Ma'am, I hope my voice is okay for you.
Fine, ma'am. Fine.
It's
For
not
the
audible.
okay, for the data bandwidth, I'm not on my video. Okay. So I'll just share the screen, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
I think my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Kindly show it as full screen.
1 minute, ma'am. So once again, I'll try to share the screen.
Use now.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Fine.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Um, so good evening. Good evening to all. Good evening, participants. And today I'm going to take a session on data analysis using MediaPipe. And I'm Dr. Shabnam, head of the Department of MCA, KCG College of Technology, Chennai. So in today's session, I'm going to talk about data analysis as one part, and how data analysis is used in MediaPipe in the second part, and also some basics related to the data analysis, which deals with NumPy, Panda, Matplotlib, etc. So this is the today's context, and this is the context actually I'm going to take. So as a first part, I'll just tell you about what is MediaPipe. Actually, it doesn't mean anything with the media pipe. So this is what the first I told. I'll take something about the media pipe and about the data analysis, which deals with Panda, NumPy, etc. So here, this is the media pipe. The name doesn't match anything with the name and the work it is going to do. It is actually an open source which is developed by Google for the process of AI and ML, like for the machine learning as well as for the artificial intelligence. This particular MediaPipe library has been got, which can be run on Android and iOS also. It is typically like a pre-built solution for our common AI and ML applications, which can be run on both Python and also even in C++ also it can be done. And as I have told you, this is like a pre-built solution. The pre-built solution is like hand tracking, face detection, pose estimations, etc. So this is called as uh, this pre-built solutions. So some examples, if we see, means some examples if we see, that is a hand gesture recognition, and the second one is post tracking, etc. So the hand gesture recognition is about a person who is deaf and dumb will not be able to communicate because they don't have the voice to communicate, and they don't have the ears to hear the things. So they do everything with their hands. So the gesture is very important for them to communicate with the one person to the other person. And the second one is about the post tracking, like the how we give our comments in the face, like if you are laughing, if you are sad, etc. So that is the post tracking. And the next is the face mesh, in which a 3D face diagonal lines will be got up, and from that they are going to take about the estimations of the face. And the last one is about the object detection, which is very important for the uh, vehicle tracking. So if a vehicle moves from one end to the other end, maybe in the fast track and all, the nameplate is got detected. So from that, the other things are made. So even it is done in the roads, like if you are going to overcross the signals and all, the nameplates will be detected and fine will be got for them. So this is the recent detections which is done. So these are some of the examples by which the media pipe library has been used. And this is the process how which we are going to install the media pipe. Um, so this is a normal library which can be downloaded from the internet, and that can be extracted. Whenever we are going to download a library, it will be in a RAR file which has to be extracted. So for the extraction process, we are going to use the pip, that is this package pip interface package. So we are going to use this, and in our particular editor, and we can install this media pipe. So this is a common one, and few more versions also we'll be seeing, like when you're going to use this particular media pipe in our Python script, we have to use a concept called as import. So import media pipe as MP. MP denotes that media pipe MP. So I have given as MP. It is not mandatory that we have to use it as MP. We can use any other thing, it is user defined. So usually we'll use this MP. So this is to import all the libraries which is done in the media pipe. And it also has some versions also, like if you want only some versions from the media pipe, we can also use it, like vision, and we can also use this text and audio also we can use from this media pipe. So these are the some import functions which is used. And before going into the data analysis part, I'll just show you one thing. Like, I have done everything and have kept it. And I think this screen is also visible to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. So I'm not going to deal entirely with the coding part because it does, I cannot finish. A minute. So this is how the file is getting uploaded. And here in this particular example, I have taken 3 images. So that's why, and these 3 images will be of different sizes. So I'm just going to resize that into one such figure, because we are going to apply an algorithm which should be suitable for a single size of image. So just I have reshaped it, and this is the image I have taken. And this editor, I'll help you to find it out. This is a collab in which we can use this Python codings and all. I'll do in the next part. Just to show how we are going to use this media pipe alone, I'm showing. This is the image we have taken, and when we use this, I think here I have given this import media pipe as MP, and I'm going to use the face detection also. So this is the coding which is used. And when we use that, this face is being detected. So when we see that the face has been detected, the main features in the face are eyes, nose, lips, and the ears. So accordingly, the red dots has been put up on the face. So this is what we are going to use in the media pipe to detect the face. So these are some examples I have used, and this is also one example I have used. So this is the actual output of the media pipe. I'm not going much into this coding part, but this is the output, like how we are going to use the media pipe. So this is my first part of what is a media pipe. Okay, what is a media pipe and how you're going to use the libraries inside this Colab to get the output, and we are going to extract the face detections, etc. So I have shown only the example for the face, and I have not shown examples for the other things like number plate detection, etc. So this is the thing. So the next part is about the data analysis. When we go into the data analysis, it deals with the data science concepts. So whatever we are going to do, it will be dealing with the data science concept. So just a small pictorial representation of what is a data science and how this data analysis part is going to be done. So this is a data science concept, which is a very common thing which you'll find in the net. This data science doesn't denotes that only it is a computer science field people can use this data science. It is done even with the max and with the business domain also. So when we use here, so this is the first part is the computer science part, and this is the max, and this is the business domain part. So when the interaction of this computer science and this mathematics will be coming this as the machine learning, and this computer science and business will be having some traditional softwares, and when with the max and the business domain, it comes with the data analysis part, which we are doing this. And when everything deals inside, the intersection of all 3 things will be the data science concept. So this is data science. And about the traditional data, we are going to the concept of data science. So first we have to see what is a data, so that we can understand why this concept is becoming so much familiar and why we are using all these softwares also. So when we take about the traditional data, here we can see the data which is flowing off. In 1980s, 1990, 2000, etc., it was in a very low stream. And when we cross this 2020, the upliftment is going off. The reason is that the data is much more unstructured. Every data which was earlier in the 2020 was in structured way, and now it is in an unstructured way. And the reason is that I think this is a small picture which denotes there are so many people are here, and there are lots of skyscrapers, lots of ads in that. So what I want to tell from here is that this is unstructured data which consists of so many things in which you cannot predict anything. Like I cannot count the number of people over here and number of skyscrapers here, or like that. We cannot extract a proper information from this, and that's why it is called as a unstructured data. Here you have data that has been scrambled and it has been put out all the way. So this is a pictorial representation of how the unstructured data will be. So the unstructured data has been come from the social media, because we all have this Instagram, Facebook ID, etc. So whatever we are doing will be put up in the social media. So consider that I am a person who is going to put some 10 images inside the social media. Consider that the number of people who uses the social media and they're posting lots of images. So that is how the data evolution arises, and the data has become unstructured. So this is a simple example. So, who's generating the big data is the social media, scientific instruments, mainly the mobile and also the sensor technologies. I was sticking on to the social media. So, thus the unstructured data has been arrived. So, I've been sticking on to the unstructured data. But when you come for the data, there are three types: structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. So, here in structured way, that is what we were using before 2000. And here every data is being structured. Like we'll be using for example, if it is in a Microsoft Excel, all the data is put up in rows and columns. Like we'll be putting, if a person detail we want to put, means it will be in a row wise manner, and the column wise the attributes will also be given off. And when you see this unstructured, this is a combination of the structured and the unstructured. And this unstructured is entirely which denotes for the social media things. Like I can give you a simple example also here. And first I'll look into the structured data. In the structured data, the data is in the rows and columns way. So when you see the first way, here, we can see that a person, John, with the ID 1, age 18, studying the BSc degree. And second one, David, etc. So this is how the way of structured will be. And see here, this is of unstructured data in which you have some data, but you cannot predict anything from that. The university has 5,600 students, John ID is 1, etc. And he's 18 years of old. All data is there. But when you see the structured and unstructured, it is a main difference over here. So that is why I have shown you this image. This is a typical example of the unstructured, in which you cannot predict anything. The data will be there. So this is for the data science as well as for the types of data I have taken. So the next one is about the data manipulation we are going to use. That is what I have given. So here when we see this data manipulation, these are the things which is there, but I'm not going to inside these things. This will be an apt one to explain what is a data manipulation is. So when you see a data matrix, it's a two-dimensional data which consists of rows and columns. So that is called as a 2D. And when you take this data object, this data objects may be like a vector, like A1, A2, A3, etc. And when we see about these are all some random things in which I can specifically go into a human object. When we take a human object, the human object has age, height, weight, salary, etc. These are called as the attributes, and these attributes can be put up in this way. See here, when I'm going to take this object, and that object has name, Anand, Ravi, etc. And these are all the attributes: age, height, weight, salary, etc. In which we are going to give the value for that particular things. So this is the actual data what we are going to do. And whenever we have a data in unstructured way. I have already told what is unstructured way. So whenever we have our data in unstructured way, the main and primary task of our thing is to convert it into a structured way. So basically, when it is a structured, it will be in a rows and column way. For example, we'll see here I have taken only a simple example like a document, document 1 and document 2. In the document 1, you have a sentence called as Sachin is a cricket player. So when you take that Sachin is a cricket player and then document 2, you have this cricket India. So when you have here, this thing can be automatically converted. This is one such form. This one such form is called as a document term matrix, in which I'm going to take an Excel sheet and I'm going to categorize this as the number of documents which I have as D1 and D2. And the words which occurs in the document 1 and document 2, I'm going to put it as an attribute here. So Sachin is there, is a player, cricket, and India. So all these things I have put up, and whatever the value it is occurring, Sachin is occurring in document 1, so I have put 1, and is occurring, etc. So this India is not occurring in document 1, thus I have not put the value as 1 instead of 0. And when this is for the D2, that is a document 2, we don't have this Sachin, yes, nothing we don't have. We have only this cricket and the India. So this is one such form of making the unstructured data to a structured format. The reason behind is that whenever we are going to manipulate with the data, that is the analysis part, what whenever we are going to do, the data should be in a structured format. So that is why I have made a simple example to make it as a structured way. So this is also one example, like if you have one big sentence, we can also put it in this way, in which I can also have the value 2 also. For that only I have put this 2 also I can use. And this is also an example of how a data has been converted into a structured format. So this is a simple example which shows that prediction, that is the prediction which shows that a person will be affected by cancer or not. So that for that only I have just taken it out. So here, a person, and the row will be denoted for the single person. For example, the name of the person is John, etc. And here, this is his age is 33. And whenever we are going to tell if a person is going to be affected in cancer, he may smoke, he may have alcohol, etc. If a person is coming in that category, the result is 1. Otherwise, it is 0. 1 denotes yes and 0 denotes no. Usually true or false it is denoting as. So when the value is high, see here the value is high, 3, 5, 4. So naturally it is 1. And when the value is low, for example, here it is 2, here it is 1, here it is 1. So the value is 0. So this is how we'll be categorizing. This is made with the algorithm in the Python to detect whether a person is affected or not. So the summary which I have made from this example is that I have got a unstructured data. With the unstructured data, I cannot do any process. So we are converting the unstructured data into a structured format, and that structured format data, that is this data.csv, it is in the CSV format. This is given to an Python algorithm, and the algorithm is going to detect whether the person is going to be affected or not. So this is a chain of reaction which is done with the data part. So the next thing we are going to see is about the NumPy and Panda. So these are all the libraries which is used inside this Python for this various parts. So here this NumPy is the called it actually it's a short form of numerical matrix. Sorry, it's a numerical matrix and it's a short form of this numerical Python, in which we are going to deal everything with the numbers. So that's why it's the NumPy it is called as. So this is a simple example of an editor which is using the environment, like this is a Python editor, and we can also use it in the Colab. So this is how we are going to use this Colab. I'll just give you how we are going to take this Colab. So we have to go into this Google. I can type Colab and I can take the first part of this. Welcome to Colab, and it is linking off. So the main thing which I have to do in this Colab is I have my Google account should be on. Like I have to sign into Google Gmail, and then only I can go for this collab because it is collaborated with the Gmail. So here I have given as a new one. So here I can take it as a new notebook, and it is getting loaded off. Usually the first time when it is getting loaded, it will take time. So this is how it is getting loaded, and here this is the place we are going to type the coding. It is also like an editor, but it is so flexible than that of the Python editor. So that is why it is given in this way. And I think 1 minute, I'm facing an issue over here. 1 minute. I'll take this. One minute. Sorry. So this is how the process I have taken that. So here it goes in this way. I have taken this collab, and this is the new notebook, and this is where I have given we are going to give the coding for that. So this is the entire small coding. I have taken it out, and I can try with one or two, and I have already done with that because of the shortage of time. I have taken this. I have taken this. So here, I have done with the import part. Import NumPy as NP. So NumPy is a library which we are going to use for this numerical matrix. And I have also denoted as NP. NP usually I have told for the short, user defined, and short form for that we have given. So here I have created an array. So the array can be created with the NumPy object. So np dot array of a value. So when I'm going to play on this, already I have taken it out, an array has been created. So this is the first one. And with this array, I can also create the values. Like see here, I have like it's a new like as it is a numerical calculator, we can also use it as a calculator purpose. So here this is for the addition, multiplication, dot product, etc. And one more thing also, we can also create that is for the pandas. So this is what I have taken here. There are, I'll try to share this slide, and at that time it will be very clear for you. Yes. So this is the first one we have seen is about the NumPy, and I also have the various examples for that. And the second one is the pandas. As the name denotes that this is a library which is referred from this panel data, which is referred from this panel data. And this is the Python data analysis part, which is created by so and so, etc. So the basic thing which you are going to see here is it is derived from the word called as panel data, which means econometric from multidimensional data. So what we are going to do with this panda is that we are going to load, manipulate, prepare, model, and analyze the data. It also deals with the data part, and the data analysis part we are going to do in this. So for this pandas, I have categorized into three separate things. One is the basic, second one is the cleaning part. That is, this is the basic thing what we are going to do. Second one is the cleaning part, and third one is the advanced part, that is of plotting part. So when we'll see we'll catch up with some of the basic cleaning and also with the advanced parts. So this is the environment. So in that environment, I have put up as import pandas as PD. So this is the first line, and this is the collab page where we are going to type the program. So here I'm going to take a data as a data.csv. That import part also I will try to figure it out. This is with the data frame. So this data frame is usually a standard way to store the data. So it will be in the row index and also will be in the column index part. So this is called as the data frame. So this is a simple example to create the data frame. So that data frame example also I have taken. uh, 1 minute, ma'am, Devi ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
is the flow okay? Is my voice okay? I'm
Yes, ma'am.
sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Everything is fine. Carry on, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Just I want to get a clarification.
Yes, 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 yes. Carry on, carry on.
Thank you, ma'am. So here I have created a data frame. So the same way as that of the NumPy, I have done with the Panda as PD, and I have created a data frame. So for that also I have taken an example, uh, which is this. So here I have created a data pandas, and I have created a data frame. So here it denotes like the first line is always with the import pandas, and second one I have taken only a data frame with a single call attribute like pythons and pandas. And I have created the data frame and I have just printed it off. So here when I print this is will be coming. So here I have not given any values like 1 2 etc. I have not given, so automatically it is taking like 0th row and the first row it is taking it out. And here this is how I'm going to insert my value. So whenever we are going to take this, we have to upload, because for the second example I'm going to show this, I'm going to read the CSV file. So whenever we want to do some algorithmic part, we have to read that particular CSV file. So this is where I have told you with the previous part, like I have taken this unstructured data, we have converted into a structured form, which is in the form of a CSV file. As I told you, that will be in the forms of rows and columns. So that is in the CSV format. So here only we are going to take that CSV format. So that CSV format can be got in this way. We can store it in any of the part, and we can take this inside the files, and we can take like wherever we want to upload, we can upload. As due to time concept, I have taken this data.csv already. I have taken it out. So it is there already. So here, see here, import, and second one, I'm going to read the CSV file. As this data is in a CSV format, I have given it as data underscore CSV, because this is variation with the Excel and other. If you're going to read a Word document or an Excel document, that will be differing it out. And this is for the CSV, so I have done it out for the CSV. And one more thing I have done, there are so many variations in that. df.head. This df is for this data frame, and dot head denotes for the first 5 categories. So even though it has so many so many rows, only the first 5 rows will be got off. So this is how the thing has been taken. And now we'll go to the presentation part. So this is what I have taken, and I have shown you like how this is the data frame, and this is the data frame I have taken. And here we are going to take it for the head part. So automatically the first part will be coming off. So this is the example I have taken out. And if it is in tail means last 5 will be coming, and if it is for the information means what are the attributes it has, because we at sometimes we'll be going out like what are the attributes it may have. So for that only this info part is taken out, so the attributes will be taken out. So the next part is about the data cleaning. The first part we have seen is about the basic. I have categorized it as basic, cleaning data, and advanced part. So the first thing is about how well we are going to start with the CSV file. And the second thing is about the cleaning part. So that is what I have shown here, data cleaning part. So whenever we are going to term this as a clean, and when you take as an Excel sheet, some Excel sheets will not have some values, or it may have some redundant values. Like when you're going to give a value for the register number age, and if you're going to give it as a variable, like inside the age, if you're going to give it as name like Ravi, Anand, etc., that is not fit into that particular attribute. So that is called as the redundant data, wrong data, etc. Some we may also have some duplicate data also. So that is what we have taken, and we see some examples for that. So here, the same way I have given import pandas, and I have also read this CSV I have read. And here, this is a function which is used to remove the empty cells. Drop NA means it is going to remove the empty cells. And here we also have the version of in place of true. So everything I have put up here. If you want to change the original data format, we can use this. Or what happened is that this ordinary, this itself will be getting replaced. So that is the main difference between this is the default one, which doesn't have any parameters, and here this is having some parameters. So that is the difference. Both will do the same thing. Here it stick-ons to the original data, and here it turns out to be new data. So that is the difference. And here we're going to replace with the empty cells. If suppose there are some values, I don't have any, no, I don't have any images related to this. Suppose if in places I don't have any value, if in Excel sheet we don't have any values, and if you want to fix that empty cells into a value, we can use this function called as fill in. So what this fill in will use is that it will replace the empty cell with the value what we are going to give. So that is what I have given here. So the first line is we have read the CSV file, and here I have given it as a fill in a function in which 130 value is going to be filled wherever the cell is going to be empty. So this is one concept, and here this thing is also can be done. 130, it is going to be filled out. So this is the second example of replacing the empty values. And one more thing also we can do of replacing the mean median value, like whenever we have a long row, we can also take the mean, median, or the mode part. So that can also be done. See here, that can also be done. This is for the mean and this is for the median part. So these can be done to replace that or to fill that empty place. And this is how the duplicate path is also taken. So when you take here, we have the value called as 11 and 12. So this 11 and 12 is a duplicate values. At times it happens, no, when we are going to type something, or when you are going to have a long Excel sheet, there may be a possibility of duplicating the values. So when it is getting duplicated, that can also be eradicated by using this function called as duplicated. So whenever we are going to use this function duplicate, an automatic a line will be coming out which is showing that the line is true. If a line is true, it denotes that 11 and 12, 11 and 12, it is getting duplicated. So naturally what happens, the 12th line will be getting a true value. So we can easily fetch out that which row is getting duplicate values. So now we have found out which row is getting the duplicate values. So after that, we can drop that particular thing. So drop duplicate. So in this, I'm going to find out which row is getting duplicated. And here in this function, I'm going to delete the entire row, which is done with the duplicates. So this is the example output. So whenever I have already shown you 11 and 12 is getting duplicated. So in this example, 12 is taken out and 11, and then the 13th row is coming. So this is a one such process of eradicating the duplicate values. So this is second thing of I have shown you this. So basics also we have completed. Basics we have completed. Cleaning data also we have done. And we see some parts in the advanced concept. So advanced concept will be something related to the plotting like things. So when we come for the plotting part, we need definitely a library which is suitable for the plotting. So that library is called as the matplotlib. So this library, which we can take it, which is a ready to use library, and we can use that. And see here, this is an example. The same thing, we have to use import pandas, we have to use import matplotlib dot pyplot. This dot pyplot denotes that only this pyplot library I'm going to use from the matplotlib. That is, matplot is a higher version, and from that I'm going to take this pyplot, and I'm going to give a name also for that. That is the PLT. Usually we'll stick on with the names, which is so easy with that. So I have done with the PLT, and here I'm going to read the CSV, and I'm going to plot, and definitely I have to use this show function to show that. So this CSV file, which consists of attributes denoting like duration, pulse, max pulse and calories. So these are all the things which is going to be done inside this data.csv, and thus it is getting plotted. This is I didn't go for the any such deviation files, findings, etc. Just a plot text. That's it. And this is also one more example of a scatter plot. Okay, so this is one such plot, and this is another such plot called as a scatter plot. I can use it like a plot, and the kind I'm going to give it as a scatter. So when it is of scatter, this scatter plot will be getting out. And one more thing of histogram, and I can the same thing when the kind. So here the kind is scattered, here the kind is scattered, and here the kind I'm going to give it as a hist. So the histogram will be getting displayed on the screen. And this is a small deviation between what is a panda and what is a numpy. So this is for the student basic of point, I have put it out, and this may be useful for some of the person to denote why we have to use pandas and why we have to use this numpy. And the next part is about the data visualization part. So in the data visualization part, visualize is in the sense like what we are going to see and how the data is going to be visualized and predict and displayed as the output. So that is the concept of the data visualization. The human mind is very receptive to visual informations. So here, I am, instead of putting me everything in the text format, I have also used some images. So whenever a presentation is with images, it will catch a very good output. So that is what the best example for the data visualization. And I can also give you a simple example for this data visualization. When you have in the like during the corona process, during the corona time, everything was in the visualization concepts only. Like how we can tell, in evening news they'll be putting like in this particular district these many persons have been affected, this many male, this many female has been affected in this particular corona, etc. So that is called as the visualization part. Instead of giving it as a text or in a paragraph format, this data visualization part is done. So one such example is we can use this matplotlib. For that I have given this, and this is also a simple line. We have seen this array creation in the NumPy. We have created this array, and here this is also one more array. Here it denotes like it is 0 to 6, and here it is denoted from 0 to 250. So this is how I'm going to create an x point and a y point, and I'm going to plot it with the x point as well as for the y point. I'm going to use the function called as show, and that will be displayed off. Okay, so this is the example for the matplotlib. And this is also one more example where I have used the same thing. I have used the matplotlib, I have used the numpy, and I have used this array to create an array. And I will also use this points. What are the points it is needed, etc. It is coming. So this particular program, this particular coding, I can also give a variation of that. See here in this variation plot, I have given as dotted. So when it is dotted, see the output, it is dotted, dot dot it is becoming. And here you have one more variation called as dashed. So when it is dashed, instead of this dot, you'll be getting this like this. The output will be, sorry, I'm not able to draw properly. See, it will be in a dot dot mat format. And you can also use this value of, I can also use this colon, and I can also use the color as red. Here it is, the color is blue, and I can also use the color as red, and x scale, y scale also given. And this is x scale and y scale values also be given, and the title is also be given. Okay, so this is the y scale and this is the x scale. If you want to give some label for that, we can give this x and y scale, and also the title also we can be put it out. And this is the subplot concept, which is a very useful concept in the matplotlib. Whenever we are using this matplotlib, we'll not be sticking on to a one figure, because we want to correlate one with the other, and we have to use this data analysis part to find out from what in that we are going to find it out. So that is what I have taken with this subplot concept also, which will be useful. So in this subplot concept, we are going to use this subplot the same way. I have created an array, one array, and the two array I have got it, and I have used this subplot. This subplot consists of 3 arguments. in which the first argument denotes the row, second argument denotes the column, and the third argument denotes the which figure it is going to be coming. Okay, and see here x and y, and I'm going to put here the figure has one row, two column, and this plot is the first plot, so that is what it is given as 1. And here in the second one, see here, it denotes that it is the first row and this is the second column, and this 2 denotes that the current plot. So this is how it is done. So this is the output of that, in which it shows like it has only one row and it has two columns. The vice versa also we can see, in which it consists of two rows. It consists of two rows and one column. So that is what I have put up here. The first one denotes that the row part. So here I have two rows. To denote that it has two rows, I have put it as 2, and to denote that it is of one column, I have put it as 1, and this is the first figure. And here for that, this is two rows and it has only one column, and this is the second image. So this is how I'm going to put the thing in the subplot concept. And this can also be used for the bar plot also. This is a simple plotting function I have done, and here the same thing I have also done it for the bar plots also. So that bar plots can also be given in this way. And these are all some categorization which is done, because when I have taken this data manipulation, I have done only with the NumPy and some concepts related to the pandas. But there are so many versions here which can be used for the data manipulation. The same way for the data visualization, sorry, when for the data visualization, I have taken only for the matplotlib. But when you see, there are so many things which uses this data visualization concepts. Excuse me. So here, when we are going to use this, there are yet more things which can be done for this concepts. When we are going for this machine learning, for the machine learning, these are all the libraries which can be used. And when we are going for this natural language processing, these are the things. I think in your sessions you're going to figure out all these things. Excuse me, for the machine learning as well as for the natural language processing also. 1 minute. So the last part which we'll be seeing is out. They ma'am, still I have some 5 minutes time.
Yes, ma'am. Time is there. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. So this is the last part which I'm going to take it out. I have shown so many types of plotting concepts, and this is a small example where I can use also this pie chart. I think I'll just show this. Okay, so here the same concepts, matplotlib, numpy, I have created an array and I have used this pi concept. So when I'm going to use this simply with the pi, this will be the output it is displayed. It will be taking randomly the colors, and according to the values here, see here 35, 25, 25, 15, the value will be getting printed out. And here it also takes the direction part. So the direction usually goes in this way. So that only I have put this, and the direction goes in this way, 0, 90, etc. So if we want to change the direction also, we can change the direction by giving an attribute called strangle. So when you give like this, the quadrangle will also be getting changed. And if you want to label it, if suppose this particular thing is 35 is apple and 25 is date, etc., that also can be given by giving the labels for that. So accordingly the labels can also be put up. And here when you want to just extract something, like wedges part, when you want to extract something, I can use the explode. When you give this explode attribute, naturally it is going to be exploded out. What type of explode you want, you can explode. So here it shows like the first part, apple needs to be exploded. So it is given like 0 0.2. So that much level, the apple will be getting exploded. So that is what it is given here. And here you can also give the shadow for the explode. So that is also an attribute which is giving a true part. So naturally what happens, this apple is exploded, as well as the shadow will also be given out. And we can also give our own colors, but when you see here, these are all the colors which is generated by the Python. And here these are all the colors which we can put. I can give the variation also for that: black, hot pink, this B denotes blue, etc. And this RGB color format also we can use. So naturally, depending upon the colors which we gave, the colors will be taken it out and it will be displayed. And the colors formats can also be here. In our example it is blue, so it is given as blue. These are also other color things which is done. And the last part in this is the legends. Generally, whenever we are going to plot something, we have to put the legend part also. Legend part will be denoted like what color is apple, what color is banana, what color is cherry, etc. So for that legend, we have to put it in this way. The legend, this automatically will be coming out. And for the um, title also we can give, like, this is the legend which doesn't have any title for the legend. This is called as the legend. This particular area is called as the legend. And if you want to put any label for this legend also, we can put like four fruits. So the four fruits which is got over here, see here, legend, and the four fruits also which is got over here. So this is a way where we can use this pie chart, and depending upon our own categorize, we can also use that. So this thing will be coming under the matplotlib, and I think I have taken some examples also. I try to put it out. So these categories also I have taken it out, like what is a plotting and how we are going to plot these things. And just the example which we have seen here, no, of pie chart. That pie chart is getting printed over here, and all the examples I have put up because of the shortage of time. If I going to take that, paste it over here and do it, will be taking lots of time. So I have just everything finished and I have kept it for these things. So this is for the explode, shadow. This is for the colorization concept. This is for the wedges and etc. So this is all about the pie chart, and I think I have taken other things also. I'm not sure about it. And this is for the panda concepts. So I think I'm done with the concepts. So just I want to give a summary of what we have seen today, because it will be useful for you. Our basic concept is data analysis using media pipe. So this particular topic I have divided into two concepts. One is the data analysis part, and second one is about the media pipe. And I have shown you what is a media pipe and why it is used and how it is used, like how you're going to extract and how you're going to use it. And simple example also, the phase deduction example also we have seen in with the media pipe. And the second part we have gone with the data analysis, which started with what is a data, what is data science, and the exploration part, like what is data manipulation, what is data analysis, and what is data visualization. Everything we have done in this particular concept. So I think from my lecture, a small spark has been given for you, and this is only a fraction of thing inside this. There are hell lots of thing which is done for this data analysis, and everything is in net. You can grasp everything. The thing is that how we are going to take the algorithms and how we are going to train your data accordingly, and what the visualization concept you're going to get from that. So this is the real challenge which is done. So I think I have completed to my part. Devi ma'am.
Ma'am.
Dear participants, now you can ask questions. You can unmute your mic and ask queries or post questions in the chat box.
Yes, Pranab sir. You can ask sir.
Hello, madam. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Madam, is there any library from which we can generate direct PDF output of the Panda data frame?
Sir, actually, I'm not
One
able
library
to
is
hear
there.
you. What library you are asking, sir?
Actually, for example, you say you take an example of MS Access. So for MS Access, what we are doing for reporting purpose, we are using report, MS Access report. From data,
Yes,
it generates beautiful reports using drag
yes,
and drop facilities. So
yes, yes, yes.
is there any tool from which I can generate the report from my Panda data frame directly using drag drop facilities?
Sir,
Actually,
actually, drag drop facility is not there. There are libraries, and from the libraries, we are going to take it out. That's it.
report lab is there. I tried for them, but it is not just like resolution problem is there. And another library I have tried, it's called FPDF. So both of them I have tried, but I cannot successfully complete the task.
Yes, yes,
Actually,
that's what I'm
what I'm
telling.
doing,
That mm,
actually what I'm
it's
doing, I'm
drag and drop. Mm.
is there any a good solution for that for report generation purpose?
Right now, I have not gone into the report generation process and all. Up to data visualization category only I have done because that is not in my concept. Let's try for that. If report is there or not, we can try it out.
Okay.
Shabnam ma'am, we
Yes,
used
ma'am.
to handle many data sets. How can we handle multiple data sets using media pipe or pandas, whatever may be? So handling of multiple data sets, can you give the explanation for that?
Ma'am, like you're asking many CSV files at the same
Yeah,
time.
yeah, many CSV
Yeah,
file,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah. That is also possible, ma'am. Here I have everything taken for a single dimension. We can
Yes,
also
yes.
have for the multiple dimensions, ma'am, so that it will be working parallelly.
Any other participants?
So any queries from participant side?
Madam, is there any alternate of FPDF? Hello.
Hello, can you hear
Sir,
me?
sir, can you?
Uh, is there any alternate of FPDF or report lab?
Yes, SPDF you're telling?
FPDF, which is directly generate the PDF file from under data frame. And report lab is also there. Actually, what I am doing, I am having a Panda data frame in my in the form of CSV file, then converted in data frame into Panda data frame, and from this data frame, I want to generate my mark sheet for the all of my students. So I need such type of reporting tools from by which I can generate the mark sheet of the student from Panda data frame. That I need actually.
Okay, so this is also an important concept. Like, I have to figure it out, sir,
Okay,
because
okay,
I have
okay,
not done with the PDF formats because I
okay,
stick
okay,
on to this Excel sheets only.
okay, okay.
Because my data, everything will be in the rows and columns. And I can
Okay.
also use this PDF.
Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Ma'am, yes?
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am?
Ma'am, can you share the PPT?
Yes, ma'am. Surely, I'll give it to Devi, ma'am. I have seen one comment also. Every that there is the pure full PPT also with this collab. Also, I'll be giving so that this collab file will also be getting downloaded and I can save it out and I can give it out.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your informative session. Yes, now I invite Ms. P. Bhargavi, ma'am, Assistant Professor, to propose vote of thanks for the third session. Welcome, ma'am.
Yeah, happy evening to one and all present here. On behalf of Computer Application Department and my own behalf of, I am feeling very happy to propose vote of thanks for this special occasion. Next, I wholeheartedly thank our college management and our beloved principal Dr. C. Ashok Shah for giving their opportunity to conduct the ATAL FTP. Next, I extend my heartily thanks to our eminent speaker Dr. N. Ravia Sabnam Praveen, Head and Assistant Professor, Department of MCA, KCG College of Technology, Chennai, for making this program interesting and meaningful. Ma'am, your session is very useful for all the participants. Thank you, ma'am. Then I would like to thank our dynamic director, Dr. R. Venkatesh Kumar sir, and co-coordinator, Mr. Alav Kumar sir, coordinator, Mrs. Agnes Salima ma'am, and organizing secretaries and my fellow friends for their continuous support for conducting this program. Once again, I thank you all for joining with us. Thank you all.
Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Devi, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Now I invite Mr. P. Marigupta sir, Assistant Professor, to welcome and introduce our resource person for session 4.
And welcome to each one of you for the SERTL sponsor 6 days faculty development program on IoT data analysis with practical and exploratory approach. First and foremost, let me express my heartfelt welcome to our respected principal, sir, Dr. C. Ashok, sir. Welcome, sir. I also take this opportunity to extend a special welcome to our beloved academic advisor, Professor R. Jagannathan, sir. Welcome, sir. Next, I welcome our coordinator of IQIC, Dr. N. Sandil Kumar, sir. Welcome you, sir. Now, I welcome, sir, our head of the department, Dr. R. Venkatesh Kumar. Sir, welcome, sir. I feel privileged and great our distinguished resource persons, Dr. Madhu S. Sukla, Professor and Head of Computer Engineering, AI and Big Data Analytics, Marwadi University, Rajkot, Gujarat. Her qualification is ME PhD in Computer Engineering. Madhu Madam has an academic experience of 16 years. Her research guidance, 2 students with PhDs awarded. Under her research guidance, she present presently she is an IEEE senior member. Ma'am published various research papers in conference and peer review journals. Ma'am received a research grant from Department of Science and Technology worth rupees of 44 lakhs. It's really privileged and happy to welcome such an eminent resource person for this ATAL FDP programs. Welcome you, ma'am. Once again, I welcome you all, and I'm confident that FDP will be a great platform for sharing knowledge, sparking innovations, and inspiring futures, teaching and research in IoT. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Madhu Shakla ma'am to make this session more beneficial on the topic data analysis using Hive and Pick. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. I'll make sure whether I'm audible first.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible now.
Thank you. Thank you for nice introduction, sir. And thank you for giving me chance to present a session on this FDP. Is my screen visible? My PPT is visible to all?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
I'll
ma'am.
turn off the camera. Meanwhile, while presenting, I may not be able to see the comments. So you may unmute and talk in between if you want. Okay. Okay. Thank you for giving me chance for presenting the session. About me, as sir already said, I am associate dean here with over 20 years of academic and research experience. My Expertise is basically in database, data stream, and today I'm going to talk about data only. I have authored more than 80 papers, and I'm guiding 10 research fellows with me. I'm IEEE senior member, and I'm Oracle certified. So I'm open for any questions on database, and we'll talk about big data today. So this is session 4. Title is Data Analysis Using Hive and Pig. We'll be talking about Hive and Apache Pig. Let me, we will keep the session interactive if you all don't mind. So how many of you know about Apache Spark or Hadoop? I'm writing in chat box if you know about Hadoop. What is Hadoop? You would have seen, yes. Sandeep Kumar, yes, ma'am. Okay. Elephant-like figure you would have seen. You may also raise your hand if you know the answer. HDFS, it is a big data technology, correct? Okay. Okay, so we are aware of, yes, it is a framework. Correct. Okay. Moving ahead. So yes, you know about the technology. So it is related to big data. It has the clusters to handle big data and yeah, distributed file system. Apache Spark is data processing engine, correct? So why we are talking about Pig and Hive if we already have Hadoop? Anyone has any idea about Pig and Hive which we are discussing? Just to know my audience. Okay, so we will be discussing about Hadoop first, understanding Hive and Pig, uh, need of Hive and Pig, workflow and architecture. We will see in detail what is Hive, we will see in detail what is Pigs, a small comparison, integration and ecosystem, examples, and little takeaway and references. Okay, about Apache Hadoop, I talked about elephant. Now this is an elephant. We can make an analogy that we are talking about big data here, and therefore there is an elephant. If you have referred a white paper on big data, we would have seen a paper telling that if I analyze only the trunk of an elephant, I will take it as a tree. If I analyze only the tail, I can take it as a snake. So I have to analyze entire data at a time in order to realize what I am analyzing so that I understand at a time in an instance what is actually the object. Okay, so therefore the name Hadoop or the instance elephant comes here. It is an open source framework which works on large data sets. If we talk about streaming data sets, we have architecture like MOA. If you have not used, it is massive online data analysis. It is also available online. Now, Hadoop consists of 4 main modules: HDFS, Yarn, MapReduce, and Hadoop Common. I'm not going in detail here because we are not going to discuss this. Now, MapReduce. Anyone can tell me what MapReduce does? What is map? What does map do? Let me go back to the chat screen. Oh, sorry. Mapping for simple queries, just like SQL handling huge data. Okay. Okay, mapping is mapping of some functions. Okay, someone has raised hand. Please answer. Yeah, collecting all data, correct. So we collect all data and then we process all data. We divide collecting all data. We divide the function into two things for optimization. So MapReduce is a framework that helps program to do parallel computation of data. Now, why do we need parallel computation? Because we are dealing with huge amount of data, and at the same time map task is also doing aggregation output and providing desired result. Okay, now on the screen, Hadoop uses MapReduce, which works in two phase, map phase and reduce phase. Now, people don't generally prefer using Hadoop. Can I know the reason in the chat box? Do all of us use Hadoop? No. Okay. What language is it programmed in? It is programmed in Java. So generally people do not prefer to use it as it is tough for a layman in order to program it. Okay. Henceforth, now if we see how it functions, big data input, there is a map function, there is a reduce function, and then there is a output. Mapping step, data is split between parallel processing tasks. Transformation logic can be applied to each chunk of data. Now, if we have done SQL, then we know that these tasks we do at each query level. Okay. Once completed, the reduce phase takes over to handle aggregate data from the map set. Aggregate is like sum, count, average. These are the functions which we do at aggregate level. We will see this in detail. So this map reduce is written in Java and complex lengthy codes are there. So non-programmers find it difficult and therefore they face issue. However, to overcome this, we have two ways. Okay, Hive and Apache Pig. Now if we want to have an analogy in order to uh, you know um, to understand it just by seeing, I have Pig and I can say P stands for procedural language. I will say Apache Pig works on procedural language P. Procedural language means you have to give out the code for whatever outcome you want from the data. Okay, it is like when you are cooking something, you have to give step by step all the method for getting the output, whereas Hive is a declarative method to deal with the data just like SQL. So you don't go with H, but you can go with Pig, P of Pig, procedural and declarative. So Hive is more or less just like SQL, whereas Pig is procedural. In the chat box, we are together till now. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So why do we need Hive? I think I skipped. Yes. It analyzes, for example, if we take Facebook, it analyzes use data, but they were struggling. Reason not all employees were proficient like Java and MapReduce. So we need a simple thing like SQL. Now SQL is also not simple because it deals with structured data and Facebook won't have all the data which is structured. So when I move with big data, okay, I either find semi-structured data or unstructured data, and therefore we have option like Pig or PySpark or Flink or Beam. But Hive can deal with structured data and therefore there is a option. So for that, Hive was created with the intention of including the concept of tables and columns. So now data warehouse comes into the picture because we are dealing with tables and columns kind of data. So enabling analytics at massive scale, central store for information. Now how it works, let us see Hive just like SQL and then working Hadoop MapReduce task. Users, it works like SQL. You can read the data, you can write the data, and you can manage the data. Why do we need Pig? Okay, we are taking example of Yahoo processing large amount of data. Again, it is written in Java. MapReduce is tough, a language that is simpler than Java for data processing. Now, if I look at Pig and Hive, I can say data analysts prefer Hive and data programmers prefer Apache Pig because it is easier for programmers than Java. So we can say Apache Pig is at a good hand for programmers. Okay, how it works? So we can say data analytics platform. What is Pig? Apache Pig goes to data warehouse, uses SQL-like queries and analyze the data. Now let us understand the architecture and workflow of Hive and Pig. Okay, in detail. Now, if you know the simple execution of SQL statement or compiler design, if you have studied somewhere, so it is quite same. Like, it is quite same that we are creating a we are having a parser, we are creating a parsing tree, syntax tree. There is a compiler, optimizer job is there, execution engine is there, and internal or external tables are created. For a moment, I'm keeping up this PPT so that you can have a look at this. So whenever a query is submitted, query parser runs, query is compiled, an optimizer is there, of course, and execution engine works. Now this is quite same as that of SQL or any you can say any programming language. I say here query because we are passing query. If it is a coding language, you will say here the code. Hive execution again. Hive QL query parser in a block compiler optimizer. If we have the look, just the sequencing or this is a sort of vertical arrangement, this is horizontal arrangement, but still the processes are same. Yes, because internal execution will be fundamentally same on any engine. Okay, now for Pig. Pig uses Pig Latin data flow scripting language. Now Pig is a data flow scripting language. Query parser again, optimizer comes here first, compiler goes down, execution engine. As I said, P stands for procedural. You can just link it with P for avoiding any confusion between Hive and Pig. Pig is procedural, flow based, suitable for engineers for ETL pipelines. Operators it uses is like load, filter, and group. Just like we use create, insert, it uses load, filter, group. Group we are using in SQL also. Projection and push down. Projection, select query, we are using pi operator. Same way. Keeping this PPT on screen for a meanwhile. Okay. Much similar. Let us compare. Now I have already given small comparison in chunks. Paradigm. If we compare, we can say Hive is declarative, what to do, whereas Pig is procedural. Let us compare this with dinner where we are going. Here we have ordering a dish. Suppose I am ordering entire dish and they give me dish what to eat, and here I am explaining them step by step what I have to do or I have to cook. Data flow, how to do. It is procedural. Audience here is data analyst or BI users, whereas here we have data engineers. So programmers, P procedural, P programmers. Okay, those who know little bit of programming will prefer P. Language, SQL like queries, scripting with operators, ease of use, easy for SQL, easy for programmers. Use cases, query and reporting, ETL and data preparations. Into Hive. Okay, I will prefer more of Hive because it is more like SQL. Now, suppose we have two types of tables, internal and external. External means you are connecting to data which is already there, so deletion doesn't affect the data. Data is only referenced. So this will be the syntax: create table students. It is quite easy. If we write same on Apex for Oracle, which we would be using in our database labs. Let me write in the chat screen if you people are teaching. Missed feedback. Okay. There is a platform called Apex Application Express. Now, because I come from Oracle community, I'm saying this Express. This is free for students. You can run any PEL, SQL, or SQL queries. After creating, just log in, and you have to use it for once in 2 months. So yes, coming back to the PPT. So similar syntax is there. Just a minute. Just okay. Ah, I hope. Yes. And the syntax for creating external table is create external table. We are just adding the keyword external. Now these are the data types: integer, string, double, array, map, structure. These are the basics. Okay. Query example: DML and select. If we see select region, sum, amount, example of aggregation, as I said, sum, average. I'm missing out on others. Sum, average. Can someone help me? Sum, average. What other aggregate functions are there? So you can use aggregate function. Always aggregate functions are used with group by clause. Total, sum, count, average. Yes. For joins, we are using join mark on. So this is SID is equal to MID. This is inner join. Example of inner join. Sorry, it's being changed. I hope PPT is visible to you. Yeah. Ordering and limit. If you remember row ID and row num, so row num which is used in SQL is what is limit 5 here. And DESC is descending order by amount, DESC. So you can limit the number of rows. Now when you are using Apex, you don't need these kind of keywords. You can just select from the screen. You will have a drop down box wherein you can enter the number and you can see the number of rows. So instead of using limit, you can reduce the limit to 2 to 20 to 200 or to any number you wish to. Advanced features: built-in user-defined function, custom user-defined function. So these things you can use for data analysis if you want to see data. Into pig. Now some syntax are going to be tough because yes, we are loading some CSV files here as ID, integer, name, character. Now this seems more to be like a programming language. If you have used some programming language, forget this. As if you are using PLSQL, you have used PLSQL, then you'll be used to this, or C or C++. As integer name, you are declaring this. Okay, names for each student, generate name, marks, pass, filter student by marks greater than. This looks more like SQL. Grouped, group student by mark. So same thing is done here. Each command creates temporary table, just like in SQL. Whatever command you pass, it creates a temporary table for showing on the screen. For example, if I write select star from employee, actually whatever is projected on screen is a temporary table and it is not saved anywhere. Relation is always a table, a data set here. Bag is collection of tuples, group of rows. So the naming convention here is relation and bag. For each, like we use this nomenclature in PL, procedural language. Similarly, here it is used in PIG because it is procedural again. So if you have used PL somewhere with SQL, you will be finding this easy. Okay, comparison based on feature. PIG is better for extract, transform, load. Hive is better for SQL. So for single queries, if I use Hive, it is good. For programming and detailing queries, if I use PIG is better. Have a look in detail. Reusable, because as we create trigger cursors in PLSQL, similarly we can have reusable user defined functions here too. Yeah, let me go in the chat box and check if you are with me. Application Express screen is not visible. Ma'am, participant. Okay, do you want me to show you Apex also? I'll do that in the end. Right now I'm showing you my PPT. I'm having a look at the chat box for a while. You can have a look at the comparison. Okay, I'll do that. I'll show you the Apex screen for sure. And, yes, I'll show you how to use it also if you wish to. Okay, now integration and ecosystem. Hive sits on top of HDFS, provides SQL-like queries compiled with MapReduce jobs. Okay, to store schema and metadata. I hope you know what is schema. It is structure of database. Can connect with HBase to query semi-structured data. It is generally used for structured data, whereas PIG also runs on HDFS and MapReduce, designed for ETL, transform raw data into clean format. It is also used for data cleaning. Hive, again, this compiler reduce task, HDFS, PIG Latin, logical plan, MapReduce, and HDFS, Hive and PIG in the Hadoop ecosystem, how they work. Now, because there is here we pass SQL system, which is SQL sentences, which can be compiled line by line. Here we have entire program, logical plan, physical plan, MapReduce, and then HDFS. Okay, choose Hive versus PIG. I think this is clear to you now. When you see P for PIG, you'll understand procedural and programmers. Transform, load. And procedural PLSQL. So, okay, let's take an example. This is a data set where a product are being sold and we are taking few orders in consideration for comparison. Find the top 3 product by total sale in the region. So have a look at the database and try to find the top 3 product. Yes, are you working with me? Okay, In Hive QL solution, we will write like this, something we will create table sales, order ID, integer string double, raw format, delimiters will be comma, skip header line count 1, okay, load data local path sales CSV, as we said, aggregate and rank window function, let us see, output will be not A 250, not B 250, not C 80, okay. Okay, this is load, drop header, sum amount, and group by. Now this is for pig. Output will be, now I think output should match. Let us see, 250 A, B, C, 250, 250, 80, A, B, C, 250, 250, 80. Okay, but you have a look at code. Now this looks good amount of code here and kind of PL. Have a look here. So coding style, concise, declarative. So I will keep on repeating that Hive is declarative, Pig is procedural, data flow, cleaning, group, sum, order, fewer lines, familiar to anyone, great for teaching, pipeline, intermediate. Okay, fine. So this is the cheat sheet you can have. Keeping this in the chat also. Just a minute. I'll put it in the chat box for you to explore for at least 5 minutes. And meanwhile, I'll get the content for Apex. You can hear the music. We have Garba here. So I am not able to see the screen. Sorry, my system looks stuck. Just a minute. Here it is. You may check this. Meanwhile, I'm getting Apex for you because I have 3 more slides just. Yeah, yes, here. Okay, moving ahead. Apache Spark. Both Hive and Pig usage have declined with the rise of Apache Spark. We have few more architectures which are alternate of these. For example, PySpark is alternate of Pig, Flink, and Beam. These are used nowadays. For Hive, we have Presto, Impala, Spark, SQL, and Snowflakes. You would have heard these names. So these are the foundational tools that shaped how we process big data on Hadoop. And even if industry has moved to Spark, the concept of declarative, whereas procedural data processing, partitioning, bucketing, and ETL pipelines remain highly relevant. Okay, so both sit on the top of HDFS, HBase, compile into MapReduce. So basically, when I talk about Hive and Pig, maybe classics of big data, but they remain excellent teaching tools. So for faculty and students, so till now we teach SQL, which is foundational tool, because if you know SQL, you may easily teach what is Hive, and if you know PL, you can easily understand what is Pig. So you just need to know Hadoop architecture, and you can run these on Hadoop. So these are the references which I have used. Okay. Now, before asking you for questions, I'll also present something else. Just a minute. Screen. Because we talked about Apex, if you want, I'll take permission from the host. Sir, do I, because there is a member who want to see what is application express, and I see that it is given by Oracle, and as I am discussing about big data, so I think many users may benefit from this. Should I uh, display this?
Ma'am, proceed, ma'am. You continue, ma'am.
Okay, this is an open tool which any college students can use. They need not have any user ID password for this. I'll go through the PPT. Okay, Apex is an application express. We will do it fast. You may stop me in between if you want to. So very simple. Go on Google, write Apex Oracle. Okay. Click on the first link. Now, as we are talking about data and big data, Oracle is the number one MNC dealing with this. You can find 10 certifications which are free in Oracle. And this is the platform where you can run your SQL, PL, SQL queries, which are similar to Pig and Hive. I'm doing this again. This is very simple. You can do it right now with me also. Go to Google, write Apex Oracle. You will get this screen. You will get this screen. Are you getting this screen? Let me see the chat box.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you
Yes, ma'am.
for answering. Okay. So this is an example. This is my short name MSS DBMS. You can have this database name, this table space namespace. You can have anything. You can create your initial like TGM, whatever your name is, hyphen pig or hyphen hive, your email ID, and you can create your password. Please don't forget this password. Write it somewhere. Yes. Okay. Thank you for answering in the chat box. I am scrolling between the two. Are we together till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. You'll get something like this. Please enter valid details. It will not cost you anything. Your first name, your last name, your email ID. This is my personal email ID. If you want to write me down about my feedback. Yes, okay, Dr. Ajay, thank you for answering. You can click on next. This is workspace name, okay? You need not forget this. It will ask you when you forget your password. You can request for workspace. This is a workspace which you are requesting on Oracle server, okay? So are you new to Oracle Express? Maybe yes, you are new. Do you plan to use this for university class or training? You can say yes. If you are a teacher, you can ask all the students to enroll on this server. Or if you are using it for yourself, first you can try for yourself. Anyone who is with me or anyone who wants me to repeat?
No, ma'am, we are with you.
Yeah, Neil, you are with me. I know. What about others? He is my student. Others are with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, we are with you.
Okay, okay. Justification you can give training or learning or personal reasons. Okay. Then you request, you say, I accept, as we do in everything. I accept the terms and condition and do next and do next and this and submit request. And you'll happy that you'll receive an email from Oracle that you are getting a workspace. Okay, wait. I'll be a little slow here. This we have entered. We would receive this. Check your email for validation. You would be getting this. Now, this you used to get in 1 or 2 hours previously, but now maybe at the same time you'll get. Change your password. You can confirm new password. Now, this is important. It'll take your 2-3 minutes. This is important. This is the dashboard. This is the dashboard. This is the app builder. Forget Hadoop and forget Pig and forget Hive. You can build app here. This is the workshop where you can write any SQL thing. This is team development. This is app gallery. This is who is the top user here. You can see this. Now SQL commands, SQL script you want to run, you can run here. This is GUI. I said that number of columns and rows can be limited. So from here drop down, you can just select it. Whatever it is, 2, 10, 20, 100, whatever it is. And if you don't like to write command, you can use this directly. See, history is there, saved is there, describe is there, explain is there. And this is all available online. You don't have to install anything. No Oracle Home Edition, no Oracle Express Edition, nothing. You just have to create your Oracle ID. With me, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, that's it. I think I completed early, but that's it from my end. I'm open to question and answers if you have any. If you don't have any, then happy Navratri. You can go and play Navratri.
Yes, dear participants, it is your time. Now you can ask questions. You can unmute your mic and ask queries or post questions in the chat box also. Yes, it's your time. Participants,
Yes, you can ask any query, any random query will work. If I don't know the answer, I'll chat GPT. If you don't know answer, you can chat GPT. If you want to ask anything about Oracle, I'm open. Hadoop installation, ma'am. Meanwhile, sign in Oracle. I'm receiving invalid credentials. Okay. Hadoop installation. Okay, it is a long process, I guess. I will tell you. Wait, just a minute. You are getting incorrect in credentials, maybe because maybe you have written a wrong email ID or something. Jaya Lakshmi KS. I'm receiving. You check if you have written correct namespace. Hyphen is there. Answer to how Hadoop can be installed. I have given it. How optimization in pig or optimization anywhere happens between joins and the queries. So if we are talking about optimization, I have a query. What do you think? What should we do first? Should we create a logical plan there? I mean, first thing we will load, then we will generate, and then we will filter. Okay, if I want to do optimization, I know there is a command called filter. Then I will pass filter first. I will then use the tables, and then I will do join. See, there is a join. Yes, okay, fine. Thank you, ma'am. No SQL versus Hadoop. Okay, Hadoop is an architecture. No SQL is a scripting. I mean, no SQL and SQL are the query languages. Hadoop is an architecture over which they sit. Hadoop is a architecture for big data analytics. Is it possible to work with NLP? Yes, NLP and LTK is there, which with which you can work with NLP. There are libraries in MATLAB, in Python, with which you can use NLP. Ma'am, in Hadoop. Okay. Hadoop, I think, is used for structured and semi-structured data. About NLP, NLP also comprises of sentiments and emotions. So I don't think for sentiment and emotion we use Hadoop. Or I have to check and get back. Thank you.
Hello, Madhu ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, any research topics recently in Hadoop, ma'am?
Pardon me, dear.
Any
Can I?
any research topics that are currently in Hadoop?
Yeah, my student is doing research in PySpark architecture. I'm writing in chat box also. PySpark architecture using TEDA. TEDA. You
Okay.
can surf it. TEDA. Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. It is for stream data. It is for stream data. So it is not for big data. It is for bigger data. Like stream data is data which is streaming. Continuous arrival of data like telecommunication data, stock market data, the data which IoT data we can say on which your FDP is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am, for your fantabulous session.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Now I invite Dr. P. Isaki Alais Devi, ma'am, Associate Professor, to propose vote of thanks for the fourth session.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, one and all gathered here. It gives me an immense pleasure to express vote of thanks on this special occasion on behalf of our Computer Applications Department. I wholeheartedly thank our college management and our beloved principal, Dr. C. Ashok sir, for giving the opportunity to conduct this ATAL FTP. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our eminent speaker, Dr. Madhu S. Shukla ma'am, for making excellent presentations on data analysis using hide and pick and making this program more interesting and informative, ma'am. Thank you so much. It is really an informative session on data analysis and eye-opener session also. Then I would like to thank our director, Dr. R. Venkatesh Kumar sir, for his continuous support for conducting this program. Next, I would like to thank our coordinator of ATAL FDP, Mrs. A. Agnes Salima ma'am, and co-coordinator, Mr. S. Alur Kumar sir, our organizing secretaries, and dear colleagues. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to all the participants from various institutions for your active participation. Once again, I thank you all. We will meet in the upcoming sessions on tomorrow. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
We
Thank you,
hope
sir.
that everyone attending today's program find them useful. We really appreciate your entire participation, everyone. We will get together tomorrow to discuss future sessions. I want to thank everyone. Yes, dear participants, all are requested to fill the feedback form. The link is in the chat box. Thank you. We will meet tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You can share both the PPTs, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.